E aí galera do YouTube, tudo bom? Aqui tá tudo bom também. Estamos de volta aqui com o Star Wars KOTOR e nós vamos prosseguir aqui com a próxima missão. Mas antes disso, curta, comente, compartilhe com seus amigos e se inscreva no canal.
Ready?
What?
Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Agi inko tune chuna muri ra. Tangi wama jikuna. Tong
Sì, gratullo da pograshi onneun kompa cintongo mochuba. Loda dita kun. Ida patisa batua kacha tutong. Pagrasha kon kichaka Chubakaha chopa chawachuish yunku. Jodo jitbungaranta.
Kachikun ida haldonga. Ikinkun pa mulera chikun. Spimo podonar de odunga ku unkabe. Kachikun ida haldonga. Ikinkun pa mulera chikun. Spimo podonar de odunga ku unkabe. Tolpa da pongwale kandona gugu chukchut. Kavadum ku pelio botenya. Bonanai kuchu. Hawaga boska chokola. Mucha shag panka.
Jedo badawana ni dibobo. Tong nabungsha nununya. Tong patukashmak talea.
Kuyami juz chikata na patogaya hulki kokogala jiji. Gawana bot atagwa. Kagidora tikun watatimona ia bola.
Greetings, stranger. My name is Gelroot. Are you a Pazak player by chance? It's so hard for me to find a match now that I've been banned from the Upper City Cantina. A simple misunderstanding. Some of the other Pazak players don't understand the finer points of the game. So what if I win 15 matches in a row? That doesn't mean I cheat. There's no justice. My lucky Pazak deck was confiscated and I was banned from the Upper Cantina. Since then, I've been desperate to find a match. Excellent. My funds were getting somewhat low. You played well? If you're ever looking for a match and you get tired of posturing in the upper cantina, just come down here.
Go away.
Chiska nichu, kimba muli ratwanaji, kimba no kun mixat abog, kakincha nawabakaon, tung abashun ni chunchi.
Kipuna! Kavatumpa kulpaiya mokapaata! Chiyoka kutumpa kulpaiya!
One.
Oscar, chiska nichu, the hupa botenya go gigi piti.
Kipuna! Kavatumpa kupalea mukabata! Jiyoka kutumpa kupelea!
Two.
Chiyokaku, kimba muli ratwanaji, kuyami juski chika nai, uba baska dwana chichopa muska, chiska da soki kupa bona na chachu.
Une pudu! Rananu prata donko shirkasha! Jum na apike!
Three. Go away. One. Two. Smart.
Kipuna, ona na kacho, kimba mulera tuana, taupa ka kicho naisa odunga, taukum justakmi, rundi haudunga ton kimba nankonke, wana. Chiyoka kol mulera, kien konjo pesha, noba muleraji. Torang. Kachicho naisa odunga. Taukum justak mike grabil mogo. Torpa chibeduana ni bobo. Tonamung shanunjang. Muchikito aki. Paris manaris.
I can't see anything wrong with getting rid of people like that, as long as we don't end up on the list of their victims. Okay, I don't know about Davik's special contracts. Justice is one thing, but doing a crime lord's dirty work is something else.
Kavadumpa kapalia monapata, bonanakachu, yin kin ti umpa do punta rita, ak ti kondo ona chabachisa wanki, Kipuna, bona na kichu. Kin ba mulera dwana. Tong kin ba no kudnok nek. Kava numpa kumpialia monokata. Tangabun shan omnong. Wanga kun bis kin ba mulara. Choni yun tun gigi. Witimen borang thong. Mulira on shaturing ni patoga wanga chanzi tse. Kin kun shi kakachin awana wamata. Nishi la chorga kin kun para monareji. Rundi I chawa tongbola Johnny Ku. Yuma wama nibo lora waisha waga shichi.
Ta kumjus tak miki grabel mogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Dolbabank. Runda di hodunga kun hankadi. Wana kun bez.
Genchopa chawi tikchok twis yun kun. Watu yama kama wana henak nek. Bugra shak kunti chiwa chawa. Tong abuk bona na kachu. Kicha badwang. Wanga kumkiba bu mulera. Kakin chak nawagawa bakon.
Tag bis tu ponko koki bakpaka. Sing pala chiska mule tunarana nu pra.
Shagji kina lorcha watamwana. Kin kun shishikin. Ni kin kun ban. Witimem borang thong. Mulera on.
Tam boragatong. Mulira siyang turo.
Witimen borang thong. Mulera on shaturing ni patoga wanga chon.
Chikun ita hodonga.
Shagji kina lorcha watamwana.
Mucha hodonga ya fulki.
Moka odang yafoki. Chachiska to punta kakaspaka. Bano oto.
Ta kumjus tak miki grabel mogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Dolbabank wale oganda naru chuchut. Moga siya ponka bola wana chikne. Mamule.
Gigi hakuji lorcha kin kuna. Vamule rigikun. Kaji chu. Witimen borang thong. Mulira on shaturing ni patoga wanga chanzi tse. Ika krotu hakuji je. What?
I told you to leave me alone. So give me some space, Bug-Eye. Your breath smells like bantha poodoo.
Kuyami juski chika nai. Tong patoga smaktilia. Dabi yubong kuki pangpa. Tong tuamaji human act in ikatune.
Who you calling little girl, Chuba Face?
Ubabatu konchi. She's got a soki kupa bona na chachu.
Just a sec, boys. Sawbar, a little help here? I need you to rip the legs off some insects. Quit complaining. You can finish eating later. Besides, you need the exercise, so get over here.
Jiyokaku! Kimba muli rapona ji. Kuyami juski chika nai. Ubabaska dwana chichopa muska. She's got a soki kupa bona na chachu.
You got a problem with me? Then you got a problem with Big Z. So unless you want to take on my furry friend, I suggest you greenies hop on out of here.
Chubasa! Kimba muli rapona ji. Kaba Volpa Murji Gumaya. Ukiwa Penki, Tong Idwamaji, Human Act in Tinkatun. Ki Mulira Kun King. Tong Hidwama at Tinkotune. Ciao baso, Gino Molira ni Lubo, Tong King Ba, Noku Netsag. Patoga Yakuli Kokala Gigi. Tingkuin ko ka, tong hitwan. Smilia! Tingkuin ko ka, patoga yakfuli ko kala Gigi. Kakincha nawabakaon. Bagwa siyang.
Huh? What? Oh, sorry. I didn't see you there. My attention was kind of focused on the Twi'lek dancers. Look at them waggle those head tails. Don't worry, honey. Alien girls aren't really my thing. I'm much more interested in an attractive female of my own species. You're here about that? I guess Zax must have mentioned me to you at the bounty office. Fair enough. I don't care who takes her out. Just so long as the job gets done. I can't let her get away with what she did. That wench tried to cut me with her vibro blade. Because she's crazy. She started screaming that I was making advances, and the next thing I know, she's coming at me with a knife.
Yeah, right. Sounds to me like she was defending herself.
I admit I was drunk. Maybe I got a little fresh. But it was no big deal. She didn't have to cut me. Hey, you weren't there. She totally overreacted. I don't want to waste my time answering a bunch of questions. I'm here to have a few drinks, watch the dancing girls, and enjoy myself. I've got to be mentally ready. Davik's got an assignment for me off-planet as soon as the quarantine ends. I'm one of his top couriers. Davik's always sending me off-planet to deliver and bring back packages. He knows he can trust me to follow my orders to the letter. Plus, I used to be an intergalactic customs agent, so I know all the tricks they use to catch smugglers. That gives me the edge I need on my courier runs. It's not like it's some big secret. It's kind of hard for Davik to keep a low profile when he belongs to a big intergalactic crime syndicate like the Exchange. Davik's ship is the fastest one in the entire quadrant. But even the Ebonhawk can't get off Taurus until the quarantine is lifted. The Sith fleet has the planet surrounded. Any ship leaving orbit without proper access codes will be disintegrated by the Sith auto-targeting laser cannons. And those codes are locked safely away in the military base. Davik's pretty upset about it. His smuggling operation isn't making any money. But even with his underworld connections, he can't get his hands on those codes. Hate to see a pretty lady leaving. This better be important. I'm trying. What? I can't do that. Think how it would look. I work for Davik. I've got a certain reputation to uphold. I can't let her get away with this. There has to be payback. Although, I do feel a little guilty about all this. Dia's a good-looking gal. It'd be a shame to kill her. Tell you what, I'll take 200 credits in exchange for lifting the bounty. Don't worry, I'll stick to my end of the bargain. I'll go tell Zax right now that the bounty is off the table.
What?
What?
Say, I don't recognize you, and I know pretty much everyone in the lower city. You must be new down here. I guess that makes me and Big Z your official welcoming committee. It's not that strange. Most aliens can speak basic, they just prefer to use their own language. But I grew up here on Terra, so I just sort of got used to speaking the native tongue.
You showed a lot of guts dealing with those Vulkars, kid. You got a name?
My name's Mission Veo, and this big Wookiee is my best friend Zalbar. I'd offer to give you a tour, but the streets down here aren't safe. But if there's anything else you need... We just kind of fell in together. It ain't easy on your own here in the lower city. Everyone's always looking to push you around.
So we noticed. Still, you seem like an odd pair.
When I met up with Zalbar, it seemed like a pretty good match. I knew we could look out for each other. With my street smarts and his muscle, we make a great team. Well, you came to the right person. If you want info on Lower Terrace, I'm the one to talk to. Davik, the Lower City gangs. I even got the scoop on that bounty hunter, Calo Nord. Calo Nord's one of the most famous bounty hunters in the galaxy. He's killed more people than the Iridian Plague. I've seen him kill people just for trying to talk to him. He hangs around Zach's bounty office, but I don't think he's looking for work there. All the postings there are small time, way beneath a bounty hunter of his caliber. I figure Calo's been hired by Davik to do a special job for the exchange. I'd wager 1,000 credits that as soon as the quarantine ends, he'll be getting off this rock. There's only 2 gangs worth worrying about here in the lower city. The Black Vulkars and the Hidden Becks. Sometimes Zalbar and I hang out at the Beck base. The Becks are led by Gadden Thek. He's a good guy. Lost his sight in a swoop bike accident a few years ago, but even blind, he's a great leader. Not like that traitor Brezhik. Before he took over the Vulkars, he was a Hidden Beck. Gadden considered that ungrateful space slug his adopted son. When Gadden went blind, everyone figured he'd step down and appoint Brezhik in his place. But Gadden figured Brezhik wasn't ready yet. He wanted him to wait a few years. But Brezhik was too impatient. He left to join the Vulkars, and ever since, he's been waging a war to wipe Gadden and his Becks from the face of Terrace. This gang war in the lower city is totally the Vulkars' fault. They're the ones killing everything that moves out on the streets. It's like they've gone insane. You going? Yeah, this dive is pretty boring. No action around here. Come on, Big Z, let's go. Can't you think about something besides your stomach for 5 minutes? Come on. We'll go see if there's anything good to eat at the Beck base.
Hey, you can't just walk in here. This is the Hidden Beck base. How do I know you're not a Vulkar spy sent to kill Gadden Thek? A lot of people want to go inside and speak to Gadden. He's a hero of the common folk. But the days of the Hidden Beck's open-door policy are gone. Between the Sith conquest and the Vulkar gang war, Gadden has more enemies than he used to. We're being careful about who we let in now. Well, we do need all the help we can get. And you don't look like you're with the Vulkars or the Sith. Besides, it's not like you can do anything to harm Gadden in the heart of his own base. Not with Zerdra watching his back. Go in and speak to Gadden if you want. Just remember to be on your best behavior. The Hidden Becks are watching you.
Hold it right there. Who are you, and what is your business with Gadden?
Calm down, Zerdra. Nobody's going to try anything here in the middle of our own base. It would be a suicide mission.
You're too trusting, Gadden. Brezhik and his Vulkars want you dead. Anyone we don't know is a potential threat, and it's my job to make sure you're safe.
Do you want us to start attacking strangers on sight, Zerdra? Like the Vulkars do? I will never let it come to that. Now step aside and let them pass.
As you wish. You can speak to Gadden if you want, but I've got my eye on you. You try anything and you'll be vaporized before you can say Vulkar spy.
You'll have to forgive Zerdra. Ever since Brejik and the Vulkars began this war against us, she's been a little overzealous in her security duties. The problems with the Sith haven't helped things. Zerdra seems to forget that I know how to look after myself. Now, how can I help you? A foreign army invades Terrace, declares martial law, and locks down all travel to and from the planet? You damn well bet I have a problem with that. If the Sith ever moved in down here, all the swoop gangs would unite against them. We'd use hit-and-run guerrilla tactics to pick them off. Their casualties would be enormous.
Don't fool yourself. The Sith would never commit to that kind of operation. They'd probably do something much more grand and deadly.
But so far, the Sith have stayed out of the lower city, and our strength is wasted on this stupid gang war. I tried to explain this to Brejik, but he and his Vulkars won't listen. The escape pods? You know, I heard the Sith have been asking around the upper city about them as well. But you don't look like you're with the Sith.
They might be spies, Gadden. They might be working for the Sith.
Calm down, Zerdra. If the Sith thought we knew anything useful, they'd have a battalion of troops kicking down our door. No, I think this off-worlder has her own agenda. I suppose I could tell you what I know. It's not like it could do any harm to me or my gang. But it might cause problems for the Vulkars, and that's okay in my book. The Vulkars stripped those pods clean within hours after they landed. It's too bad we didn't get there first, considering what my spies reported the Vulkars found. A female Republic officer named Bastila survived the crash. We Becks don't believe in intergalactic slavery, but the Vulkars aren't so picky. They took her prisoner. Normally, the Vulkars would take a captured slave and sell them for a nice profit to Davik, or an off-world slaver. But a Republic officer is no ordinary catch.
I still think Bastila is just a Republic officer. That could work to our advantage. Maybe she'll even figure out a way to escape from the Vulkar base on her own.
She's too valuable to leave with the Vulkar scum at the base. Brejik's probably got your Republic friend hidden away somewhere safe until the big swoop race. You'll never find her. I'm afraid your friend has become a pawn in Brejik's game to take over the lower city. He's offered her up as the Vulkar's share of the prize in the annual swoop gang race. By putting up such a valuable prize, Brejik hopes to win the loyalty of some of the smaller gangs. Their numbers will allow him to finally destroy me and my followers.
So how do you propose we go about rescuing Bastila then? Well, we can't fight all the gangs.
The only hope you have of rescuing Bastila is to somehow win the big season opener of the swoop race. I might be able to help you with this, if you'd be willing to help us. We both have something to gain here, and much to lose. The swoop race is for the lower city gangs only. I could sponsor you as a rider for the Hiddenbecks this year. If you win the race, you'll win your friend's freedom. But first, you have to do something for me. My mechanics have developed an accelerator for a swoop engine. A bike with the accelerator installed can beat any other swoop out there. But the Vulkars stole the prototype from us. They plan to use it to guarantee a victory in this year's swoop race. I need you to break into their base and steal it back. Getting into the Vulkar base won't be easy. The front doors are locked tight. But I know someone who might be able to get you in the back way. Mission Vale.
Mission? Gadden, you can't be serious. She's just a kid. How is she supposed to help them with this?
Mission's explored every step of every back alley in the lower city. Plus, she knows the undercity sewers better than anyone. If anyone can get inside the Vulkar base, it's her. She and her Wookiee friend Zalbar are always looking to stir up a little excitement. They like to go exploring in the Undercity, despite the dangers. Your best bet is to look for her in the Undercity, but you'll need some way past the Sith guard post at the elevator. A simple disguise might have worked on the Upper City guard, but the security down here is much tougher. You'll need the proper papers to get past him. Luckily, my gang ambushed one of the Sith patrols headed down to the Undercity. They never made it, and their security papers fell into my hands. Since we're working together now, I suppose I could give them to you in exchange for your uniforms. With the security papers, you won't need a disguise anyway. Good choice. Thanks for the uniforms. You won't need them with these security papers anyway. Now, is there anything else I can do for you? I suggest you hurry. The swoop race is coming up, and we want you to have time to practice before the race.
Bom, galera, eu vou terminar este vídeo por aqui. Nos vemos no próximo episódio. Até mais!